From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter whether they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Smith. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
This guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 51 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Armadillos have taken a first.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Smith now to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fit defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The game there, 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Smith. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down now, it's French. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on 1st down. It's French, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's long. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Armadillos add 6 to their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
This, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. On second down, Hobbs. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field. They're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, it's French. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Strong running at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man complete. That's French. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Armadillos continue to pull away here in this first half.
It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, A lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, French. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 6. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That catch, good for 5. It's third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now on fourth down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And interception, just any interception. Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got long over the middle, complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught with the 4. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Armadillos extend their lead yet again.
And that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd like, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Smith. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. The Cardinals need to string a few wins together here down the stretch, but this last one moves them back above 500 at 6-5. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Lamar Jackson, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for our home team, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The solid gets by him, and now a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos are pouring it on. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Hobbs looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. Houston set to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in there. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrington. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 1. Over the middle, it's complete. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos just continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. French flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down at the 28. 170 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Armadillos get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy who's found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
To try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Hobbs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Smith. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now they'll run on the draw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
On 2nd down now. Hobbs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting fleeting them, which is often the case. But by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them until the punch each and every time, this was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception. Smith. And this one is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Smith. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
On 2nd down, it's French. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll look to throw here. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, French. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is a beauty, as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And this is incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. French. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's French. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw, Smith. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 15. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll run on 1st down. French. And he's brought down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the home team here, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.